I try to tell you to do. You should have been the honest.
Guys in the back, guys in the back, guys in the back.
What round? What round does it finish?
Taking those belts out of the night, Xander.
Alex, I'd like to do one more walk in after this down.
The atmosphere exploded the moment Jaron, Boots Ennis, and Xander Zayas came face to face at the latest press conference. What was supposed to be another promotional event nearly turned into a physical confrontation as emotions boiled over, giving fans an unforgettable preview of the intensity building ahead of fight night.
Look, in the middle of camp at the moment, Xander Zayas only about a week or so away now at this point. Where are you at in camp at the moment? Have you had final spars? When did they happen? When do you start really tapering down?
We are like 12 days away, so we tapering down, just sharpening up the tools, just getting ready for fight night, and I'm excited to show the world my talent and to show the world I'm the best in the world.
What is your favorite part and least favorite part when it comes to camp?
I don't have any no bad parts about camp. I love camp all the way around, and my favorite part of camp is just for real, just everything. I love training, I love running, I love sparring, I love strength conditioning, whatever I gotta do, to get ready for the fight. I love it, because this.
Listening to Boots speak, one thing becomes obvious. He already pictures himself walking away with every championship belt. It doesn't sound like wishful thinking or empty confidence. He talks as though the outcome has already been decided in his own mind, and that mindset is impossible to ignore.
How you doing, man? Steven with KOR the Sports and Fight Hub TV, man. Just an enormous fight, brother. How are you feeling during this fight week?
Feeling great, feeling tremendous. Ready to rock and roll. Can't wait, ready to put on a beautiful show and bring home this big knockout.
How does Xander how is he different from some of your past opponents?
Every fighter different. Everybody got their own style and their own abilities, and on Saturday night, we're gonna be victorious and do what I do and get that win.
Wow. Man, talk about sparring Canelo.
Yeah.
Just what did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about him in that sparring?
I just, taking sparring Canelo it was a great thing. He 70 fights in, and I was, picking his brain, stealing different things, and putting it into my arsenal, and it was a great.
It wasn't simply his predictions or his bold ambition that stood out. It was the effortless way he delivered every word. Most fighters sound like they're trying to persuade everyone that they'll win. Boots speaks with the calmness of someone who believes victory is already part of reality. That relaxed confidence says more than any loud promise ever could.
Do you prefer the idea of belts or big names? Which excites you more, or which route do you prefer?
Right now it's the belts. Right now it's the belts because this is only my second fight at 154, so I need them belts. So once I get these two belts, it'd be big names or whoever else got the belts. But my goal is to be undisputed. So yeah.
When people talk about this coming too soon for Xander, what do you make of those comments, and do you care about the fact that people say that for him?
No, I don't really care. I'm like task in hand. That's him. I'm gonna get him up out of the way and do my thing, have fun, and bring back home them two belts, and then it's on to the next. We just one by one, we're gonna keep building one by one and show the world.
When Boots admitted that Xander Zayas may possess a wider variety of skills than Virgil Ortiz Jr., yet still insisted he would leave with every belt, it revealed just how much faith he has in himself. Some fans admire that mentality, while others see it as dangerous because boxing has a long history of humbling fighters who assume the ending is already written. Even knowing that, Boots refuses to change his approach. He continues speaking with complete certainty, showing no hesitation whatsoever.
I originally was supposed to be fighting Ortiz, and I was waiting. I thought it was done. After my fight, when I first leave, I thought the fight with him was done. I thought everything was locked in, and after he did his thing, I thought it was locked in, whatever. And things happened, and they got whatever they got going on. But a bigger and a better opportunity came, and that's patience. That's patience, being patient, just sitting back and waiting, and now I feel like it's just perfect time. Everything fall right into place, right?
What makes Boots even more fascinating is the way he constantly looks beyond the fight directly in front of him. He casually talks about future champions, future title fights, and the next chapter of his career as if everything is already unfolded in his mind. At first, it almost sounds unbelievable, like someone celebrating before the work is finished. Then you remember that many of boxing's greatest champions were doubted for sounding exactly like this before proving everyone wrong. Another thing that stands out is how little attention he pays to criticism these days. Whenever people argue that Xander has never faced anyone like him, Boots calmly flips the argument around by pointing out that he has never fought someone like Xander either. It's an overlooked point, but there's truth behind it.
It said to Eddie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go and get me Xander.
Yes, I say. I told Eddie. I said, if we can't get Ortiz and we can't lock that in, I'm like, yo, go get me Xander, please. I'm like, please go get me Xander. Eddie did his thing. Got me what I wanted.
So do you think Xander Zayas is actually the harder test than Virgil Ortiz?
I think he's a solid fighter. I say it's just a bigger fight because he got 2 belts. He got the WBO and the WBA. Virgil had a name, so I would say this fight is a little bit bigger because he got the 2 belts. I think he do have a little bit more tools to his game than Ortiz. He's a solid fighter, but come June 27th, them belts.
That perspective changes the entire conversation. Everyone focuses on the challenge waiting for Xander, yet Boots is stepping into unfamiliar territory himself. He's moving into a massive unification fight against the young champion, competing in front of a crowd that won't necessarily be behind him, while carrying enormous expectations. None of that resembles an ordinary title defense. Even so, Boots never appears shaken. He genuinely believes he is already the best fighter in boxing today, not sometime in the future, but right now. When June 27th arrives, the boxing world will discover whether that confidence was justified or whether reality has a different ending planned.
What happens when people get these massive entourages and...
Yeah, I just never been big on having a bunch of people hanging around me. Even when I was younger, I always had my 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 max people that I hang with every day or be around every day.
Yeah, tightest circle is where it operates.
Tighter circle is safe, the safer circle.
Yeah. Look, we'll get a prediction from you as well for how the fight with Xander Zayas is going to unfold.
On June 27th, with me being victorious and me showing the world I'm the best in the world, and I'm going to get a world big knockout. I'm going to show them why I'm the best in the world, and I will be walking out of the Barclays Center with the WBO and the WBA, super welterweight titles around my shoulders.
That's where this rivalry becomes even more compelling. While Boots carries himself like a man preparing to collect another championship, Xander Zayas brings a completely different kind of confidence. He isn't louder or more emotional. Instead, his belief feels calm and controlled. Listening to him, you don't get the impression of a young fighter chasing a breakthrough. He speaks like someone convinced he has already arrived, even if the rest of the boxing world hasn't fully recognized it yet.
On it and like, let's do it.
Why did you want it now?
Because why not now? I feel like everybody's so afraid to putting their record on the line or to put their belts on the line. I'm considered the best. Like, I want to consider myself the best in the sport. I got to fight the best. I got to beat the best, and to do that is the way to do it. So, Boots Ennis is one of the biggest names in the division right now.
When Xander explained that he personally pursued this matchup after negotiations with Virgil Ortiz Jr. fell apart, it completely changed the narrative surrounding him. Nobody forced him into this opportunity. He actively wanted it and accepted the challenge without hesitation. That says a lot about his mentality. As he continued discussing his place among boxing's elite, it became clear that both fighters share the exact same belief about themselves. Boots sees himself as the future ruler of the division, while Xander believes he's already sitting on that throne. That's exactly why this fight continues growing in significance. What also stands out is how casually he dismisses conversations about being only 23 years old. Most young fighters ask for patience. Xander wants none of it.
Money it's never been the problem. I've never had an issue with money. Thankfully, I have my parents that I've always, since before I started making money, that have taken care of me and that have helped me through it all. And I don't feel like at this point in my life, money is an issue. Like I'm not gonna sell what I represent and what I believe for an extra 50,000 or an extra 150. That's not.
Instead of treating his age as an excuse, Xander views it as completely irrelevant. He isn't asking for more time to develop or easier opponents. He's actively searching for the toughest challenge available because he believes that's where greatness is earned. Another detail that stood out was his attitude toward success outside the ring. While many fighters become consumed by endorsements, publicity, and everything that comes with fame, Xander repeatedly brings the conversation back to discipline. He speaks openly about passing up financial opportunities and unnecessary distractions in order to stay fully committed to boxing. There's a noticeable difference between talking about dedication and actually living it every day. That's one of the reasons this matchup feels so difficult to predict. Boots is convinced he's about to conquer the division, while Xander believes he's simply defending what already belongs to him. Neither man shows the slightest hesitation. Neither appears intimidated. When two undefeated champions carry that level of belief into the same ring, one dream is guaranteed to come crashing down.
3 weeks prior to the fight, and I told him, let's focus on the fight, let's win.
Okay.
And then we focus on everything else. Well, I'll go to the end of the world if you guys want me to, but I gotta win first. So the main priority for me is always go out there and do what I do, stay focused in what I have to do. Because at the end, nobody takes the punches for me. Sure. At the end, nobody has to go through the stuff I gotta go through. It's only me. I gotta go through that motion. So I don't take anything for granted. I prepare myself to the highest.
This is exactly why Tim Bradley's analysis has attracted so much attention. Throughout Fight Week, Xander has projected confidence, discipline, and the mindset of a champion who feels completely prepared for the biggest challenge of his career. Bradley acknowledges all of that, yet still reaches a different conclusion. What caught my attention wasn't the fact that he picked Boots to win. Many experts have done the same. It was the reasoning behind his prediction. Bradley barely talks about rankings, championship belts, or media hype. Instead, he focuses on the problems that only appear after the opening bell. The word he keeps returning to is unpredictability. That's where he believes Boots separates himself. Xander is one of boxing's most technically polished young champions. He's patient, responsible defensively, and rarely makes careless mistakes. Against almost anyone else, those qualities would make him incredibly difficult to beat. Against Boots, Bradley isn't convinced they'll be enough.
But with Boots Ennis, it's hard to prepare for him because he's so instinctive and so creative with his offense. And it doesn't matter what position Boots is in. He can be lefty, righty, he can switch, throw a punch from any angle, right? Off one foot if he needed to. Like, go back and watch that, I think it's Lima's fight. Yeah, go back and watch that fight. Boots got hit in the process and still was able to land that uppercut or that big shot that hurt Lima's. Yeah, that hurt Lima, yes.
According to Bradley, the biggest challenge is that Boots refuses to fight a predictable fight. One moment he's working comfortably from an orthodox stance, and seconds later, he's switching southpaw while attacking from angles that most opponents never expect. His combinations appear from positions that seem impossible until they're landing clean. Bradley believes that's the puzzle Xander must solve. Plenty of technically gifted fighters have struggled when preparation gives way to split-second decision-making. At the same time, Xander deserves credit for accepting that challenge instead of avoiding it. He isn't pretending the task will be easy. He simply believes his own abilities are good enough to overcome it. Bradley even admits Xander will enjoy moments of success. But every path in his breakdown leads back to the same conclusion. Boots combines elite speed, athleticism, creativity, and power in one complete package. That combination could produce the performance that changes how the entire boxing world views him. Xander believes destiny is waiting. Boots believes domination is inevitable. Bradley believes a statement is coming. Only one of those stories survives when the fight begins.
He's ferocious. He's ferocious, man. I've been watching him all day long. I've been watching him. I watch Xander ass. I'm telling you, I put in a lot of time studying this shit. For real. And with that speed, that power, that athleticism, that Boots got, that IQ that he got, and the fact he can do it both sides, and he equal on both sides, just as deadly on both sides. Come on, man. Come on. Damn, Xander ain't got a damn chance. I love me some damn...
Mike Coppinger added another interesting layer to the debate. by pointing out that both fighters still have important questions to answer. Boots depends heavily on his athletic gifts, reflexes, and creativity, while Xander relies on discipline, positioning, and technical precision. Neither man has faced this exact combination of pressure before, which is what makes the contest feel so unpredictable. The discussion became even more interesting when Kellerman suggested that Boots occasionally makes fights harder than necessary because he enjoys entertaining the crowd. Gabe agreed, noting that Boots has absorbed punches in situations where he probably didn't need to. That small observation could become a major storyline if it happens again on fight night. Meanwhile, LeSean Shady McCoy shifted the conversation toward physical advantages, distance management, and ambition. His view is that both fighters are chasing the same destination from completely different directions. In the end, that's the biggest takeaway. This isn't simply two unbeaten boxers meeting in the ring, it's two careers colliding at the perfect moment. If Boots wins impressively, the calls for even bigger super fights will only grow louder. If Xander pulls off the upset, the entire division could be turned upside down. Either way, one fighter leaves with championship glory, while the other may emerge as boxing's newest superstar.
I knew how good Crawford was when he beat Spence, but I didn't expect him to beat Spence the way he beat Spence. And for me, when I saw that, I said, whoa, he's really that guy. Right. Like, I knew he was that guy, but that was the win he needed. For me, if Boots beats Zayas in that fashion, it's like, okay, he's really that guy. And I can see that happening because he definitely has the ability.
Yeah, I see Boots really doing it from the pocket. I see him standing right in the pocket and picking off Xander's shots, counter-punching, being sharp, clean, counter-punching. I see
And that's what makes this showdown impossible to ignore. Boots believes he's on the verge of taking over the sport. Xander believes he's already where he belongs and plans to prove it once again. When the opening bell rings, only one vision can become reality. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Who do you think gets the victory, and what will be the deciding factor? Leave your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing news, fight analysis, and exclusive coverage. We'll see you in the next one.